Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Sal. I'm bringing you guys something really fun, something really creative today. We're doing a savory recipe. I know I've done some sweet ones, but now we're getting to the savory, the sweet and the salty. So today I am bringing you black bean quinoa burgers. Not black bean brownies like many of you know, black bean quinoa burgers. Now, before I get into this recipe is vegetarian. It can be made vegan though, and I will get into that later. Before I start though, I want to talk about the amazing benefits of black beans. So beans in general are full of B vitamins, which are so good for your metabolism. They're full of fiber, soluble fiber that, you know, helps keep you a little regular. And it also is a really great source of plant-based protein. A lot of vegans and vegetarians rely on this for their healthy fibers and their healthy proteins. So let's get into it. So I've already kind of pre-mashed my beans. I did also like a little clear bowl. I stole this bowl from my high school. Don't tell Mrs. Shields Reynolds. It's been here for like 4 years now. So you're gonna need 1 can of black beans. You're gonna need a half a cup of cooked quinoa. I cooked this in advance just to save some time because me and Sydney are on a little bit of a tight squeeze right now. I have a 1/4 of a cup of minced orange or yellow pepper. You can do either or. 1 egg, and I also have some diced onion and a little bit of garlic in here. Now what I love about garlic is, first of all, the flavor is amazing. If you let garlic sit for about 10 to 15 minutes after you mince it, it activates this amazing micronutrient, which is cancer preventing. It's really great for your heart. Yeah, just let your garlic sit. And I also have some spices and some Franks. Sydney was very excited because I'm cooking her dinner right now. Franks is kind of the staple. And some breadcrumbs. Anyways, back into the recipe. So I've already pre-mashed it. I'm gonna mash some more right now. My dad, when I was growing up, whenever I didn't want to eat beans, I'm sure like every other dad and dad joke, they'd go, you know, beans, they're good for your heart. The more you eat, the more ya fart. And to mash these, I'm just using a potato masher because it's breaking it up actually really nicely into a paste. And once I finish, and I get this pasty consistency that I want, which is gonna look like this, I'm gonna add literally every other ingredient and then we're set. So in goes our quinoa. We're gonna do a half a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm gonna add my orange or yellow pepper, whatever you want, my onion and garlic, my egg. I'm gonna put, we're gonna just guess this one. This is probably about 3 teaspoons of Franks. I feel like it's a little spicy here. It is just there for flavor. I'm gonna put about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. Again, I am like queen of the eyeball, so that looks about, that's probably about 1.5 teaspoons. And some salt and pepper just to finish. So the scent that I'm kind of getting from this is kind of like Mexican, pita-y. You could probably even put some salsa in this recipe. That would give it some nice flavor as well. Now, of course, I've washed my hands because I'm not gross, but I'm gonna put my hair up as well because we don't want to eat some hair here. Cool. And I'm just gonna mix this together with my hands. And we're gonna get a nice black bean burger. Oh my God, this actually smells really good. You don't even have to even make this mixture into a burger. You can make these into patties and cook them up. You could probably serve them on like little mini burger buns if you wanted to. And like I mentioned before, if you wanted to make this vegan, you could switch out the egg for a flax egg or a chia egg. And what that is, it's just, I think it's about 1 tablespoon of flax or 1 tablespoon of chia and some water. And it just creates that binding agent that that egg gives you. And now I'm just gonna let it sit for about 2 minutes just to bind together a little bit more with those breadcrumbs. And then we're gonna fry it up in a pan. Let's do it. So now that my batter sat for about 2 minutes, I'm just gonna pull out the last little bit that I have here. I'd say it's about a handful. Form it into a nice patty. You can get about 5 from this recipe. So if your family loves burgers like mine do, I'd probably double it. I'm just gonna take a little bit of olive oil into the pan. Watch olive oil though, because it heats a lot faster than your regular vegetable oil. It has a lower boiling temperature. Cool, we're just gonna wait for that to heat up. Grease my pan. Grease my pan. All right, now I can kind of hear my oil sizzling. I'm gonna put, I'm probably gonna put 3 in, and then we'll cook for about 3 minutes each side, or until we have like a nice crust on them. And my pan is on like a medium-high heat, and we're just gonna try to keep that even. So the important thing about the olive oil is it helps give the burgers a little bit of a crisp to them. You can cook them just on, you know, with avocado oil or coconut, but I find olive oil just gives it that burger feel that you want, because, you know, these aren't meat burgers, but we want them to kind of feel like that. I'm just gonna check that. She's getting crispy. The great thing about beans and quinoa is also that it's low cost and low budget. I took a course in first year and we learned about low income families and food sustainability. Beans and rice and quinoa and grains are such a staple for those who have not a lot of money to spend per week on a budget. So this is a great recipe for those who are watching what they're spending on their groceries, especially with COVID. All right, these look done. I'm just transferring them onto another plate just because we used a raw egg and I don't want to contaminate any of these. For every batch of burger, I just want to add some more olive oil into it to make sure each one gets an even crispiness, because if not, you know, your family members will know who's the favorite. Now that my burgers are done cooking, they look all beautiful here, all crispy. Sydney and I are just gonna put them together with some brioche buns. These are pretty bomb.
This is really good. It tastes like Mexican food. Like, if there was such thing as a Mexican burger, this would be it.
If you like this video, and if you wanna try some black bean, If you wanna try some black bean quinoa burgers, make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you next time on Cooking with Sal.
Walk out of the fridge.